My name is Margaret. After my husband Richard passed away, everybody had an opinion. You shouldn't live alone. You need to move closer to the kids. It's not safe at your age. They meant well, I know they did, but nobody told me the truth about getting older. After 60, your real support system isn't your family, it's not your friends, and it's definitely not the world suddenly becoming gentle with you. It's what you quietly build for yourself. There are 5 things that keep you standing when life starts taking things away. I've watched people my age shrink, not physically at first, spiritually. They became smaller, quieter, more dependent. And I've seen a few people stay steady, calm, independent. The difference wasn't luck, it was habits. The first thing is your body, not how thin you are, or not how young you look. I mean, can you still get out of bed without help? When I was 75, I woke up one morning and my body felt like it belonged to someone else. My knees wouldn't straighten. My back felt tight and locked. I sat on the edge of my bed and whispered to myself, "Is this how it starts?" Not with an ambulance, not with a big fall, just stiffness. I thought about a woman on my street. She stopped using stairs because her knees hurt. Within a year, she moved in with her daughter. Within 2 years, she barely left her room. She didn't lose her mind. She lost her strength. And when your legs go, your choices go with them. So that morning, I made a quiet promise. I started walking every day. Nothing dramatic, just 30 minutes around the block. Some days I didn't want to. Some days it was cold. Some days my body complained. I went anyway. I stretched gently. I moved slowly. I kept it simple. And now, at 83, I get out of bed by myself. I walk to the store. I carry my own groceries. That may not sound impressive, but it means I don't have to ask. I don't have to wait. I don't have to feel like a burden. Movement is freedom. If you stop moving, life gets smaller. The second thing I learned surprised me. Security isn't about having more. It's about needing less. After Richard died, I was sitting at the kitchen table one night, looking at bills. The house was too big, the heating costs were high, taxes kept going up. I was holding on to a life that didn't fit anymore. I realized something. It wasn't the size of my savings that would protect me. It was how little I actually needed. So I sold the big house. I moved into a smaller place, 1 floor, easy to manage. I got rid of the second car. I stopped buying things just because I was used to having them. And something strange happened. I felt calmer. When you don't need much, nobody has control over you. You don't have to ask your children for money. You don't have to say yes to things just to keep peace. I have a friend who kept her big house because she didn't want people thinking she was downsizing. Now she struggles with bills and quietly asks her kids for help. And every time she asks, it hurts her pride a little. Needing less gave me more peace than having more ever did. The third thing is your health. And I don't mean luck, I mean daily choices. After 60, your body doesn't forgive like it used to.
My brother ignored his health for years, smoked, drank, ate whatever he wanted, said, "I feel fine." At 71, everything hit at once. Diabetes, heart problems, blood pressure. He didn't die, but he stopped living freely. His days became about pills, appointments, worry. That scared me. So when I turned 70, I changed small things. I walked every morning. I ate simple food. I drank water. I slept properly. I saw my doctor once a year, even if I felt fine. Not because I love healthy food, because I love independence. At 83, I don't take daily medication. My heart is steady, my pressure is normal. Not because I'm special, because I was consistent. Your health is something you either care for now or manage later with regret. The fourth thing is your emotional strength. After 60, you will lose people. You will lose abilities. You will lose the life you once had. When Richard died, I felt like half of me disappeared. The house felt empty in a way I can't fully explain. I had two choices. I could fall apart and depend on my children to fill the emptiness, or I could grieve and still keep living. So I cried. I talked to him out loud sometimes. I let myself feel everything. But I kept walking, I kept cooking, I kept showing up to my own life. Slowly, I built something new. Not better, just different.
I've seen people stop living after loss. They sit and wait for someone else to save them from loneliness. But no one can carry your grief for you. If you don't learn how to stand back up, you'll need someone to hold you up forever, and that's heavy. The fifth thing is knowing who you are, because after a certain age, people start making decisions for you. They talk over you. They assume you can't handle things. They think they know what's best. If you don't know your own boundaries, you slowly disappear. When my daughter suggested assisted living, just to be safe, I listened. I understood her fear, but I said gently, not yet. While I can take care of myself, I will. That wasn't stubbornness. That was clarity. I know what matters to me, my home, my independence, my routines. If you don't decide who you are, someone else will decide for you. So those are the 5 things that keep me standing at 83. My body, needing less, my health habits, my emotional strength, my sense of self. Family love is beautiful, but love is not a retirement plan. If you can stand on your own, love becomes joy instead of survival. If you're 60, 70, even 80, it's not too late. Start small. Walk a little, simplify one thing, take one health step, set one boundary. You don't need to change your whole life today. Just don't wait too long, because the only thing worse than aging is aging unprepared. You know, people think the hardest part of getting old is pain. It's not. Pain you can point to, you can take something for it, you can rest. The hardest part is feeling like you're slowly becoming unnecessary. That feeling sneaks in quietly. After Richard died, the house didn't just feel empty. It felt like it was watching me. The clock sounded louder. The refrigerator hummed like it had something to say. Even the evenings felt longer. I remember one night sitting at the kitchen table with a cup of tea. No television, no music, just silence. And for a second, I felt scared. Not of dying, of disappearing. That's when I understood something most people don't talk about. After 60, life will test whether you can be alone without feeling abandoned. There's a difference. Being alone is physical. Feeling abandoned is emotional. I had to learn how to sit in my own company without reaching for someone to fill the space. I started small. I kept my morning walks, even when I didn't feel like it, especially when I didn't feel like it. I made my bed every day, even though no one was coming over. I cooked real meals, even if it was just for me, because I realized something important. If you stop showing up for your own life, it starts shrinking. I've seen it happen. A friend of mine lost her husband and slowly stopped caring about her routines. She stopped cooking, stopped going outside, stopped answering calls. Her world got smaller and smaller until her living room was her entire universe. And when your world shrinks, your mind follows. That's why emotional strength matters more than people realize. It's not about being tough. It's about saying, "This hurts, but I'm still here." I cried for Richard. I still miss him. Some mornings I look at his picture and talk to him like he'd just stepped out for coffee. But I don't let missing him become my identity. Grief is something you carry. It's not something you become. And if you let it become you, you'll need someone else to carry you. Now let me tell you something that might sound uncomfortable. Your children love you, but they have their own lives, their own bills, their own worries, their own children. If you build a life where they must constantly rescue you, eventually it creates pressure. Not because they don't care, because they're human. That's why independence is a gift you give your family, too. When I told my daughter I was staying in my home, I saw the worry in her eyes, but I also saw something else later. Relief. Relief that I wasn't handing her the weight of my entire future. That matters. Now let's talk about identity. After a certain age, people start talking about you instead of to you. Doctors look at your children when explaining things. Store clerks speak slower, louder, like you're fragile glass. If you don't speak up, you start believing their version of you. I decided I would not fade quietly. Not angrily, not bitterly, just clearly. I ask questions at appointments. I make my own decisions. I say no when I mean no. Because once you hand over your voice, it's very hard to get it back. And here's something nobody warned me about. Freedom in old age doesn't feel loud. It feels calm. It feels like waking up in your own bed and knowing you can stand up by yourself. It feels like paying your own bills. It feels like making your own tea in the morning without asking anyone's permission. You know, there's something nobody prepares you for. It's not the wrinkles. It's not the gray hair. It's not even the funerals. It's the quiet. The kind of quiet that sits across from you at dinner. Some evenings I set my plate down at the table, and for a split second I still expect to hear Richard clear his throat or ask for the salt. And when that moment passes, there's a little ache. Not dramatic, not loud, just a soft ache that says, he's really gone. You learn to live with that ache. But here's what I realized. If you build your entire life around being needed by someone else, when they're gone, you don't know who you are anymore. That's why I keep talking about these 5 pillars. They aren't about being strong for the world. They're about not collapsing when the world shifts. Let me tell you something very honest. There are mornings I wake up and my body feels slower than it did 10 years ago. I sit on the edge of the bed for a moment before standing. I take one deep breath, and in that breath I ask myself quietly, are you still capable? And when my feet touch the floor and I stand up on my own, there's this tiny feeling of victory. Nobody sees it, nobody claps, but I feel it. That feeling, that small private win, keeps me going. Independence at 83 isn't loud. It's not climbing mountains. It's carrying your own laundry. It's driving yourself to the store. It's opening a jar without calling someone. It's dignity in ordinary moments. And I don't say this to scare you. I say it because I've watched what happens when people slowly give those moments away. First, they stop driving. Then they stop cooking. Then they stop deciding. And before they realize it, they're asking for permission for things they used to do without thinking. That's not aging. That's surrender. And sometimes surrender happens so gently you don't even notice. I promised myself something after Richard died. I promised I would not become someone who waits. Not waiting for a call, not waiting for someone to visit, not waiting for someone to fix my loneliness. If the phone rings, that's lovely. If someone comes by, that's a gift. But my life cannot depend on it. I make plans with myself. I walk, I read, I sit in the sun for 10 minutes just to feel warmth on my face. I talk to neighbors. I keep my mind active. Because when you stop engaging with life, life slowly stops engaging with you. Let me ask you something gently. When was the last time you did something simply to prove to yourself that you still could? Not for anyone else, for you. That's how you stay alive on the inside. Now, I'm not pretending I'm fearless. I worry sometimes. What if I fall? What if something changes quickly? What if my health turns overnight? Those thoughts visit me, but fear doesn't get to make my decisions. Preparation does. That's why I move. That's why I simplify. That's why I take care of my health. That's